So, before I get started, I wanted to quickly show you a photograph of me when I was a child because I was having a conversation with someone today and they were describing me in a way that is not me. So, first of all, if you look at the people in the background of this photograph, you'll see that they're of all races. There's white people in the picture, there's black people in the picture. That is what my family background is. I have a mixture of races of people in my family. I have grown up with people of all different backgrounds, all different ethnicities, all different economic statuses, religions. I grew up with a girl from the Middle East who I was very close to. I've had a few Caribbean friends. I grew up next to two girls that were Scottish. They were like my best friends. I had teachers that were Irish. I had teachers that were nuns. I have been friendly and friends with people from all different backgrounds all my life. I'm not a snob like what I was described as by this person. She didn't use that word per se, but the way she was describing me was that, in that way. Um, I'm indiscriminate when it comes to friendship. And yes, I'm outspoken, and I know some people don't always favor that. I'm very, very honest and open, and some people don't like that. I understand that. And they want to use other things to pick away at me or chip away at me. But I grew up with people of all ethnicities, all races, and all backgrounds. And if you look at this photograph, you will see that in this photograph, there's black people behind me, there's white people behind me. These are people in my family. I'm completely indiscriminate, like I said in my previous video. Now, I've been pretty much not really delving into Dave's channel lately. Although I had planned to do a video on Dave, and then I decided that I wouldn't bother, and I was actually more interested in other things. Also, Dave tends to go around in circles and never gets to the point with what he's saying, never comes up with anything, never really offers anything new. It's just body cam footage, replayed, redone, reseen, rewound, copy, paste, repeat, round in a circle. And while I do think that Dave is very engaging to his loyal supporters, he knows how to engage them with what I consider to be very nonsensical information, if you want to call it information. I do see that he does, he's able to engage his subs, but, people are asking me about Dave, this and that, what he's been saying lately. Well, this idea, that if DA Rourke is out of office, that Chris, and I'm just going to call him CW or Chris, that Chris is going to get a 35C if DA Rourke is out of office. It will never happen. CW is never going to get a 35C. I wouldn't even call this clutching at straws, although some people have. I will call it clutching at engagement. He's just trying to fight. He's just found something new to engage you with that he can get super chats on, because Chris is not eligible and never will be for a 35C. It's never going to happen. All I can say is that I hope that Cindy and Ronnie are able to see that their son is not going to get that. It's not going to happen, and that they don't build their hopes up. I hope that they don't build their hopes up, because whatever Rourke did, it doesn't matter. Once his family was found at his work site, once he made a deal and an agreement, that's it. It's done. It doesn't matter what Rourke did or Tammy did or Coda did. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Chris is where he is because of what he did and because of how he went about it afterwards. It's too late. I just took a peek over on Rumble, where AD has found a new home, and I hope that he's happy there. Because as much as I dislike what AD was doing regarding, the cases that he covered, I don't dislike him. He's all right to deal with on a one-to-one basis. He's never been. I have to say, AD has never done anything to me. He really hasn't. So, I don't like how he covered cases, but at the same time, I wish him well on Rumble. But even on Rumble, he's trying to see what is going to stick with an audience. He's trying to see what narrative is going to work, what people are responding to, and that's exactly what Dave does. Dave learned everything from AD. That's who he learned from. It's like some people will say Mariah learned from Whitney. Whitney learned from Patti LaBelle or whoever. Dave is just, this is how he engages people. This is how he gets his extra cash and, gains a bit of clout within the, some engagement from people who are loyal to him. Keeps him a bit of company, gets a little extra cash. That's all it's about. There's never going to be, this is not going to be ever taken seriously, what he's saying about D.A. Rourke, and if D.A. Rourke is out of office, CW is going to have any chance. CW is, fate was put in his hands, and he decided he decided how his life was going to turn out, and it's all on him. It's nothing to do with what D.A. Rourke did. Nothing. At this point, I can say that Dave obviously patterned himself off of AD, and he's just going to jump from one thing to the next, one idea to the next. It's all about how he can hook you, what idea he can come up with to hook you, but nothing is ever going to come of any of his ideas. Nothing is ever going to be, the situation with Chris is not going to change. And, every week or month or whatever that Dave does a live stream on this and plays the same old footage and goes round in circles, there's not going to be a 35C. And I do hope that his parents realize that. I do hope that Ronnie and Cindy don't fall for any kind of hope that he's going to get a 35C. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to happen. And D.A. Rourke, I wish you well in whatever you do. That's all I've got to say about that. I guess I'm just going to leave it there. But I'm not paying as much attention to what Dave's saying, because he just goes round in circles, and it's never going to make any change to the case. So why should I continue listening? I'll look in every now and then, but I'm not going to, I've got other things to, there's other things that I'd rather look at. I actually, apart from one video that I might do soon or before this, whatever way it goes, I'm actually quite bored with the Watts case. Don't get me wrong. I think it is a very fascinating case and it's very intriguing, but I'm bored with it. So, and he just does the same thing over and over again with it. So I won't be, he won't be my main focus at the moment. This could change, of course, but nothing is going to change with Chris in terms of, whether D.A. Rourke is in power or in the position that he's in or not. It doesn't make a difference to Chris at all. Not a single difference.